Yeah, thank you. So I will share with you my experience in teaching computational philology. I teach that in Venice, and I want to catch your attention about the shifting from technical skill mastery to domain competence. So we have a previous scenario before the LLMs and the GenAI, in which the humanists depended on other programmers that programmed for them, or on programming skills that they needed to acquire, but it was a long path, okay? And now, on the contrary, we have the possibility to work by focusing the attention on the domain, and so to have a domain-specific learning. Okay, so first of all, we teach to our students to structure the prompts by indicating role, context, task, constraints, and also to identify the fallbacks, to use the guardrails, and to control the output schema. So they have a naive approach at the beginning to prompting. That is what everyone does at the beginning, no? By asking and searching for answers, and they learn to create something that is more structured, to have more and more focused answers. So the big problem, the most important thing that we must afford is that we have a competence paradox. We want that our students acquire competence, okay, but the competence is based on experience. So you need experience to gain competence, but competence to gain the experience. So how to go outside this loop? In my experience, okay, by teaching that, I see that the LLMs can help that, because they are accelerators of experience. Okay, you have the students that can use, okay, that can leverage the experience of somebody else, okay, in a different way than just contacting the teacher, asking the teacher. They can continuously have feedbacks. Naturally, there are a lot of traps that we must take into account. So the students and the LLMs mutually teach and learn. So we ask the students to teach to their GenAI, to customize their GenAI in their domain-specific realm, okay? Why? Because we have students with backgrounds that are very different, okay? We can have students that have a background in classical philology, somebody else in Romance philology, somebody else in biblical philology, okay? And the teacher cannot master all these specificities, okay? These specificities of the disciplines, okay, of the humanist discipline. So what we ask is to think about what counts as a unit of analysis, first of all, okay, so to identify their to identify the small parts, okay, on which they must make their analysis, okay, and then to identify the transformations that are legitimate and to apply the reasoning. So now here we can see a specific use case in which we ask the student to strip the XML, yeah, thank you, to strip the XML TI text from TI documents and to create conlu files. In particular, they must work on normalization, okay, that is a very difficult task for them because in this case they must apply their competence in their specific field. So we must take into account all these issues, okay? The hallucinated authority, the silent normalization, okay? The anachronistic lemmas, okay? Because naturally we are working on historical historical varieties of the language and so on. So what we want is that the students progressively go from a naive prompt, okay, to a prompt that is anchored on resources. And so the student must be the protagonist, okay, of the learning, of their learning, okay. So they make a prompt, they use the LLM, they have the output, they critique it, and they create new prompts, okay. So here we can see that CLARIN can be very useful because CLARIN can provide quality resources that they can use inside the prompts, in particular for validation, okay? And naturally also the role of key centers is very important, okay? Because they can ask, okay, for curated resources which are the best ones, okay, and so they are not alone to select, okay, their own resources. They can speak with the experts, okay, and they can use as I said high quality resources. Yeah.